Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Anime Convention Beginner's Guide. This is the second video in the materials and construction segment. I think I'm going to end up making more because there was a lot I had to edit out. I just had to film a new intro for the second part. But I'll make a lot more videos, more specified. I'll do one on helmets, boots, gloves, armor. I'll just break it down. But yeah, go ahead and watch this video. That way you can get started if you have work to do on the costume. You got a convention coming up. Yeah, I'll get to making more videos tomorrow. Threads in there. It's not just, plastic and sticky stuff. It's got threads woven through it. So you can use thread to bind it. You can, like right here, I've got snaps sewn onto the foam. Now normally the thread, sorry, just a second. Shush. Okay. Normally the thread would cut right through the foam, especially when it gets pulled on a little bit. It's going to slice right through it. What I did here is, I wonder if I can pull that up to show you. Shush. Okay. Anyway, I'm not going to get that off. You sew it on like you would normally. Sorry, backtrack. Put duct tape down on one side of the foam. Put whatever it is you want to sew on the other side. Sew through it. Sew through the foam and the duct tape. And then the duct tape will hold it and keep it from slicing through the foam. And then you go over it again with another piece of duct tape. Here, as you can see, it doesn't matter what the color of the inside duct tape is, because nobody sees it. I was using scrap red stuff. Same here. Sometimes you want to reinforce it with a few. You can reinforce it with a few different layers of duct tape. If you're really afraid of it tearing. The other thing you have to look out for with foam is tearing at the other stress points, like the corner and stuff. Like here, it started to tear because so many times you got to unbutton it and pull it together, and you're just moving so much that it's pulling on it constantly, and you're going to tear it. Reinforce it with more duct tape. I don't have much of a reinforcement there, but it's something to fix. For later. There we go. Put that there. That was thread. My sewing kit is buried. There we go. Sewing kit. Cheap, simple, got everything you need in it. Repair job, whatever. All kinds of needles there. As long as I have this in my hand. This is important. A lot of people have wig heads around to hold like their wigs and their helmets and stuff. You don't need one. This is Mr. Skull. This is Mr. Skull. He's trying to be, he's scary. He's controversial today. Anything you can find that's, you can use a ball or whatever. You got a bowling ball laying around, use it, just to hold your helmets or whatever together. Because things like this is mostly cardboard with just duct tape around a baseball cap. Cut the bill off of it, and put it on, and wrap this cardboard around it. Kind of like that, and taped it all over the place. It shaped it to my head. I wasn't going by any pattern for this or anything. It's something I came up with. I came up with it in the hotel room the night before a convention, and try it sometime. Just improvise. See what you come up with. It's a lot of fun, especially if you're under pressure to get something done. If you're at the convention on Thursday night and you still don't have a costume, you can come up with some crazy stuff. Okay, I kid you not. We came up with that. We recycled some of the Balthier pieces. I think Mega Man boots, I believe. Yeah, Mega Man boots. Blue duct tape. my brother's first costume. There we go. But yeah, you know, especially if you have a lot of siblings or whatever, or friends that are cosplayers too, you might inherit some of their pieces, and then you can recycle those too, and it saves you time and money and hassle. It's just a really good idea to take advantage of that wherever you can. Let's see, the gun. Okay, this I want to show you. This is my Balthier gun. It's nothing fancy. I couldn't go into great detail in making it. Yes, it's duct tape. It's, you know, you might not like the look of duct tape. You think it's gaudy. That's fine. If you don't want to use that, use, you know, cloth. You can cover things with cloth as a coloring. I mean, you can color things. If I wanted to use like brown felt here, I could have, or just brown cloth, whatever. You'd be surprised what you can do with that. But this is one of these. That's all it is in there. You don't have to buy props. You can make it out of things laying around the house. You got a broken vacuum cleaner. You know how many different things you can make out of this little suction nozzle dealie? And it comes apart, and you got an extra one later, whatever, you know. This right here is one of those. You know, the big end's here. I just started with that. Here's the sharp end down here. That's the base of the barrel. Here, I just used some scrap molding that had fallen off my wall. I had no use for it. I couldn't put it back on. This is just, it's just a piece of wood, basically. Both sides, the same. In here, I packed plastic bags. Stuffed plastic bags in there. It's sturdy. It holds the shape pretty well. But at the same time, you know, it stays light. Down here, well, these are piece bindings that some conventions make you put on weapons. Like, yeah, this one, somebody thought she was cute. She's like, "Can I see your gun?" She's like, "Oh, cool." And she zips it on. She's like, "There, gotcha." I'm like, I wasn't trying to sneak around with it. I'm walking around with it like this. Do I look like I'm hiding it? You know, if you got a problem with it, talk to me. I'll put a friggin'... Anyway, we'll make another episode about dealing with the constaff and stuff like that later. But, sorry, back to this. This is plastic hangers. And do I have one here? Anyway, you know what a plastic hanger looks like, okay? You can get them really cheap. You cut them apart. Use them for different shapes and stuff. This is part of a hanger. Just, it's all wrapped in duct tape and stuff to reinforce. This is part of a hanger. This whole thing. So, basically, vacuum suction dealie, wood, plastic bags, plastic hanger, and duct tape. And I made a gun. Okay? Not only a gun, but Balthier, he's got a few poses that require, you know, you gotta either be really tough, or you have to have a really lightweight gun. Now this, I don't know where the camera is pointed exactly, but I can hold it out here for a really long time. It's nice and light. I put more weight into the handle, so I wouldn't have as much trouble. And I'm not a big guy. I'm not tough at all. So this is friggin' light, and it serves its purpose. It's friggin' cool. I love it. I don't know if I'll ever do Balthier again. If I do, it'll probably be higher quality costumes, so I'm going to stay away from this gun. But I'm going to keep it because I love it. And you're going to find pieces like that too, that you just don't want to get rid of. Stuff that you can show your friends, and just as an example for other people, like I'm showing you. You know, this is the kind of stuff you can do with a little creativity, and, you know, it's not overly expensive. It's duct tape. I mean, you got to be careful where you buy duct tape. $3 at Walmart, something like that. $5 at like hobby stores. In a pinch, you'll pay $6. Reinforce the front of it. Reinforce, reinforce, reinforce. Anytime you have a joint or anything that's high impact or high stress, reinforce. Reinforce. It's much easier to reinforce it as you're building it than it is to have it fall apart in the middle of the convention and have to kind of build around the break point. It's gonna look a lot better if you. It's basically think of the reinforcement as a skeletal structure, I guess. If you want to wear a helmet, your costume requires a helmet. The best way to do it that we have found is a regular bike helmet. Bicycle, not motorcycle. Motorcycle helmets are really expensive. They're a little cooler, you know, depending on the costume. It might call for a motorcycle helmet. But this serves its purpose, really. Obviously, it's a plain bike helmet, nothing fancy, just kind of just a bowl that you wear in your head. And this is my brother's friend's. Brain stopped again. Yeah, you. Oh my God, brain, get to it. Empoleon. There we go. Empoleon head. Bike helmet. Faceplate made out of cardboard, and you can see through it really easily. And you know, I think what did we pay, like $5 for this thing? You know, it's probably got $10 worth of duct tape the way he put it together, but. Yeah, that's another thing. If you're going to use duct tape for coloring, start with gray duct tape. Prime it. Use it as primer, like you're going to paint something. Get everything covered in gray duct tape. It helps to keep it together, reinforces everything. And then you can use the more expensive colored duct tape. You get half as much for the same price. Sometimes more money? Hey, thanks for watching. That wraps it up for the materials that I can think of right now. If you think of anything, let me know. And if I see anything else around here, like the felt that's sitting back there. Felt is cool. Makes really cool. Adds a soft look to your characters. Relatively cheap. Other than that, if you liked what you saw, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, post them below, and I will address them in future episodes. Until then, remember kids, only you can prevent con drama.